So today we are starting a very important topic in chemistry. The topic is balanced and unbalanced chemical equations. Let me write this over here. Is this correct? Everything is good?
Yeah.
The topic, you focus over here. Topic is balanced. It is balanced and unbalanced chemical equations. This is a very important topic in chemistry, and today we are going to look at this topic: balanced. What is balanced and unbalanced chemical equations? So first, let's talk about unbalanced chemical equation, number one, and then we will talk about balanced chemical equations. Focus over here. Unbalanced chemical equations. Unbalanced chemical equations. First, let's talk about this. What is unbalanced chemical equation? So unbalanced chemical equation, if I tell you in simple word, is that if you have any kind of chemical equation, then the number of atom in reactant and number of atom in products are not equal. Understand? Let's say you have two atoms of this first reactant, and this one is just one single atom, then these two are not equal. You can see over here. So this is just an example. So in simple word, the atoms of reactant and the products are not equal. So that kind of reaction is called chemical reaction. Also in the book we have if a formula equation holds an unequal number of atoms in reactants and products, then it is called unbalanced equation, chemical equation. So if you have any kind of equation, and in that if the atom of reactant and product are not equal, then it is an unbalanced chemical equation. Okay, so let me give you the definition of this thing. So if you have any kind of problem understanding this, then tell me. Okay, so the chemical equation in which the total number of atom of each element in reactant and the product is not equal is called an unbalanced chemical equation. Unbalanced chemical equation is also called a skeletal equations. Okay, let me write over here skeletal chemical equations. Unbalanced is chemical equation is also called skeletal chemical equation. Okay, let me write the definition. The definition is also important. In your exam, it will ask you to write the definition of balanced and unbalanced chemical equation. The chemical equation so this is the definition. Unbalanced chemical equation, the chemical equation in which the total number of atoms of each element in reactant and the product is not equal is called an unbalanced chemical equation or a skeletal chemical equation. Okay, so this is unbalanced chemical equation in which the number of atoms in reactant is not equal to what? The number of atoms in product. The atoms of reactant and products are not equal, means they are not balanced, and this is unbalanced chemical equation. Let me give you some examples of unbalanced chemical equation. Examples. First example in our book is sodium. Let me write this in word equation first. Sodium plus chlorine it will give you sodium chloride. Sodium plus chlorine is sodium chloride. So Na plus for chlorine it is Cl2, and sodium chloride is NaCl. So this is the first example. Let me give you more example to make this clear. Second example is hydrogen H2 plus N2. Hydrogen plus nitrogen is what? Ammonia. NH3. Hydrogen plus nitrogen is NH3. So here in this example you can see that the atoms in reactant side and product side is not equal, because here we have 2 nitrogen but here we only have 1 nitrogen, so this is not equal. And here we have 2 hydrogen and on the product side we have 3 hydrogens, so these two are not equals. So it means that it is a unbalanced chemical equation. The third example is potassium chlorate, KClO3. Potassium chlorate, this is the formula for potassium chlorate, and we have potassium chloride, KCl plus oxygen. So you can also see in this equation that it is not balanced. Here we have 3 oxygen atom, but on this side, product side, we have 2. For chloride we have 1. These two are balanced, but oxygen is not balanced. So in order to balance the equation, we need these all reactant and product atom to be balanced. But here potassium chloride and potassium and these two are balanced, but oxygen is not balanced. So it is unbalanced equation. If you want, then you can take the screenshot. Okay, now let's start balanced equations. Balanced. This is unbalanced. Let's talk about the second one, balanced equation. Balanced is more important than unbalanced. Okay. Number 2, balanced chemical equations. Okay, so an unbalanced chemical equation is necessary to be balanced by comparing the number of atoms in reactant and the products. So if you have any kind of unbalanced chemical equation, then you have to balance those equations by comparing the number of atoms in reactant and the product side. You need to make those the number of atoms in reactant and product equal. The chemical equation in which the total number of atoms in reactant and product is equal is called a balanced chemical equation. So let's say you have a chemical equation in which let's say you have two atoms of this molecule and 1 of this, and then if this thing reacts, you will get a product, and you also have the same atom in this product of, and you have the equal atom in the reactant and the product is called what? Balanced chemical equation. You have to, if the atoms in the reactant side and the product side is equal, then that kind of equation is called what? Balanced chemical equation. You have any kind of equation and the atom in reactant side is equal to the atoms in product side, then it is called balanced chemical equation. This is the totally reverse of unbalanced chemical equation. In unbalanced chemical equation, you don't have the atoms in the reactant side equal to the product side. So this is the totally reverse of unbalanced chemical equation. But in balanced chemical equation, you have the atoms in the reactant side equal to the product side. So let me give you the example so that you can write on your notebook the chemical equation in which the chemical equation which the of atoms in the reactant and product is equal is called a balanced chemical equation. The chemical equation in which the total number of atoms in reactant side is equal to the total number of atoms in product side is called a balanced chemical equation. Again, the chemical equation in which the total number of atoms in reactants and products is equal, the chemical equation in which the total number of atoms in reactants and products is equal is called a balanced equation. Okay, so the atoms in reactant side is equal to the product side is called balanced chemical equation. It's very simple. If you know what is unbalanced, then the reverse of unbalanced, the opposite of unbalanced chemical equation is balanced chemical equation. It's very simple. Let me give you now some examples so you will understand it more. Examples. Okay. Example is we will take the example from unbalanced. We have NaCl2. NaCl2. I can show you right now how to balance. Okay, so let's also see that how to balance, because it is important a little bit. So you have this chemical equation, sodium plus chlorine. Let me write this also in a word so you will understand it more. Sodium plus chlorine. Sodium plus chlorine is what? Sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. Sodium plus chlorine is sodium chloride. If you write this in formula equation, then Na plus this is Cl2, it will give you NaCl. So Na plus Cl2 is NaCl. Sodium plus chlorine is what? Sodium chloride. And now this thing is what? Word equation. Equation that is written in the form of words is called what? Word equation. Word equation. This is word equation, and this is what? This equation. Is it balanced? So it's unbalanced chemical equation. Unbalanced. I'm going to write equations only. Unbalanced equation. And now we need to balance this equation, right? So here let's write the same thing. Na Na plus Cl2. It will give you what? NaCl, right? So here you can see that here we have two hydrogen atoms, two molecules of hydrogen. Focus over here because it's very important topic. On the reactant side, you can see that we have two Na hydrogen, sorry, not two Na, one Na, one hydrogen molecule, and on the product side you can see that we also have one hydrogen molecule. So it means these two things are balanced, so we need to do nothing over here. And but in chlorine you can see we have Cl2, means we have two chlorine atoms, right? Focus here. In chlorine, what we have? Two chlorine atoms, but on this side, on product side, we only have one chlorine atom. So now we need to make this equal, balanced. So to make this equal, I'm going to just put 2 over here, because on this side we have two chlorine, so we also need to put 2 on this side to make this equal. So now this 2 will distribute in sodium and also in what? Chlorine, right? So now we also have 2 sodium, because we have 2, I have written 2 over here, so this sodium atom will become now 2, but on this side you can see that we only have 1 sodium, so we need to again add 2 over here, understand? Because if you don't add 2 over here, let me again do this. Right now you can see in the reactant side we only have 1 sodium, and also in product side we only have 1 sodium. So it means these two things are right now equal, balanced. So I'm not gonna do anything with sodium. But in chlorine, in the second reactant, we have 2 atoms of chlorine, Cl2, but in product we only have 1 chlorine. So now to make this chlorine and this chlorine equal, I'm gonna put 2 over here, and now you can see that this, and if you put the 2 over here, then this 2 will distribute to sodium and also to what? Chlorine, right? So you have 2 chlorine and also you have what? 2 sodium. But on this side, if you put 2 over here, then sodium and this sodium will become unequal, not balanced. So we also need to put 2 over here to make them balanced, because right now you can see this equation is balanced. We also have 2 sodium, 2 chlorine, and this 2 will distribute to this chlorine. 2 times this chlorine, 2 chlorine, right? 2 this is balanced. So this is what? Balanced equation. So if you want, you can take the screenshot. Now let's see some more examples. Let me erase this example. Second example in our book we have is where is it? Here we have simple. Second example is nitrogen plus oxygen. Nitrogen plus oxygen. Nitrogen plus oxygen is what? If you heat this thing at 3000 degrees Celsius, then you will get nitric oxide. Right? Understand? If you have nitrogen plus oxygen, and if you heat these two things at 3000 degrees Celsius, then you will get nitric oxide. So it's, if heat this thing at 3000 degrees Celsius, then you'll get what? Nitric oxide. So this is what? This equation is called what? Word equation. Word equation. So I'm writing this thing word equation because you understand it more. And then I'm going to write the unbalanced chemical equation of this word equation. So nitrogen will be N2 plus oxygen will be what? O2, and then this thing will form nitric oxide, which is NO. Right? Let me see, is this correct or what? That's correct. This is what? This equation is what? Tell me.
This unbalanced.
Unbalanced equation. This is unbalanced equation. Now we need to balance this equation. Same thing, I'm going to write the same thing over here. N2 plus O2, it will form what? NO. Now to balance this thing, we have to first look at this on the reactant side. On the reactant side, we can see that we only have what? We have two nitrogen atoms, two nitrogen molecules, two, right? But on this side, we don't have two nitrogen atoms. Focus here. On the reactant side, we have two nitrogen atoms, and we also have two oxygen atoms. But in product side, we only have one nitrogen and one oxygen. So to balance this, if I'll put 2 over here, this equation will be balanced, because if you put this 2 over here, then you'll get 2 nitrogen, and this 2 will distribute to what? Oxygen. So 2 nitrogen and 2 oxygen. So 2N plus 2O. You'll get this thing, right? So, and you can also see on the reactant side, we have 2 nitrogen and 2 oxygen. So these two are now balanced. Okay, so it's very simple. 2 nitrogen on the reactant side, then you also need to just put 2 over here. So this nitrogen will become 2 nitrogens, and then this 2 will distribute to this oxygen. So you will also get 2 oxygens, and now 2 oxygens and 2 oxygens are equal, and 2 nitrogen is equal. So this is a balanced equation. Balanced equation. Balanced equation. Let me give you a third example. This is the last example. If you want, you can take the screenshot. Okay. Let me give you the last example, which is, focus over here, zinc plus hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid. This thing, if you react these two things, zinc and, focus here, don't look at the camera, sit down. Zinc plus hydrochloric acid will produce what? Zinc chloride plus hydrogen. Zinc chloride right, plus hydrogen. This is what? Word equation. Word equation. It's a very interesting topic, so don't be bored. and this reaction is also very interesting. Hydrogen plus hydrochloric acid is zinc plus hydrochloric acid is zinc chloride and hydrogen. If you react these two things, zinc and hydrochloric acid, and it's a very dangerous acid, zinc plus hydrochloric acid, then you will get zinc chloride and you will also get some oxygen. So oxygen, right? Sorry, hydrogen. Oh, what I'm doing. Zinc plus hydrochloric acid, then zinc chloride plus hydrogen. This is written in word equation. Now let's write this in unbalanced equation. So zinc is Zn plus hydrochloric acid is HCl. If you react these two things, then it will give you zinc Cl2, zinc chloride plus some hydrogen. So this is our unbalanced equation. Unbalanced equation. Okay. Zn for zinc, zinc, hydrochloric acid, HCl. If you react these two, then you will get zinc chloride plus some hydrogen, right? Zn plus Cl gives you ZnCl2 plus some hydrogen. Okay, so this is what? Unbalanced chemical equation. Is it balanced? Why? It is not balanced because the atoms in reactant side is not equal to the atoms in product side, because you can see over here zinc, we have zinc equal, but chlorine is not equal. So this is not balanced chemical equation. Now I'm going to just balance it. Just write the same thing, zinc plus HCl, this is ZCl2 plus H2, right? So here zinc is balanced, but on the reactant side we only have one Cl, one chlorine, but on product side we have what? Two chlorine, right? Two chlorines, right?
Yeah.
We only have what? One what? Chlorine on reactant side, and on product side we have two chlorines. So to balance it, I'm going to just write 2 over here. So now you have 2 chlorine and we also have 2 hydrogens, right?
Yeah.
2 hydrogens. Yeah, right. And now you can see that it is balanced. Just writing this 2 will balance this equation. Now you can see we have 1 zinc, 2 hydrogen and 2 chlorine. This 2 will distribute to this and also to this, and this will give, this is our balanced equation. So I hope this video is a little bit long, but it's very useful video. Okay, I'll see you again. If you want more videos like this one, just hit that subscribe button and tap on the bell icon, and that's it. And also I forgot to tell you one thing, that this method of balancing chemical equation is called the hit and trial method. trial method. So this method, the name of this method to balance chemical equation is hidden trial method, and there are also many other methods to balance chemical equations, but in your syllabus, in your book, in most of books, this method is given, hidden trial method. So you can remember the name of this method, and it's very simple method. And if you have any kind of problem, then you can tell me in the comment. That's it. Hidden trial method.